welcome to this training on aging and long-term care, identifying concerns and critical issues related to aging and our experience of working with older adults. I am the director and founder of the Center for Elderly Suicide Prevention and Grief-Related Services, which is a program of Institute on Aging. And some of the information about the program is there because one of the critical issues that we're going to be looking at has to do with depression, suicidal ideation, a real concern about what it means to grow older in a society that is ageist. Not only are we an ageist society, but we're also sexist and racist and homophobic. And so we'll be looking at some of those issues as we go through the course. And in part, what got me involved many years ago, I began my career in aging in 1973. And it was as a result of hearing and seeing statistics that would identify that older adults had one of the highest rates of suicide, which they still do to this day, and really wondering why that was, and what some of the factors that contributed to suicidal ideation, such as substance abuse, depression, loneliness, bereavement, isolation, and just wondering how it comes to be that these older individuals in our society, now at an older part of their lives, wind up with this perception that they are kind of lost, don't have a real sense of identity in later life. And so that kind of triggered for me a deep and ongoing interest in the aging field. And so that's what began our program, which is called the Friendship Line for the Elderly, and has an 800 number, and you're certainly more than welcome to utilize that line if you feel that that would be appropriate. So we just want to look at aging, and of course, as we know about aging, that aging begins, in utero. There is a movement that none of us can really escape that has to do with getting older. And the meaning of aging, and those who are identified as older adults, has a lot to do with society and culture, but also gender and history. That we can see that there were other times in our planet when older people might have had a more highly regarded role. Sometimes that wasn't so, depending upon the economics or whatever was going on at the time. And so we know that aging is influenced by many different factors.